Hello everyone. Diwali, one of the biggest Hindu festivals, is celebrated with lots of enthusiasm and happiness. It symbolizes age-old culture of our country, which teaches us to vanquish ignorance that subdues humanity and drives away darkness that engulfs the light of knowledge. Diwali, the festival of lights, even today in this modern world, projects the rich and glorious past of our country and teaches us upon the true values of life. Diwali is derived from the Sanskrit word Deepavali. Deepa meaning light and Avali meaning row. Every home, lowly or mightily, is alit with the orange glow of twinkling diyas, small earthen lamps, to welcome Lakshmi, goddess of wealth and prosperity. Indeed, illumination is Diwali's main attraction. Besides India, other countries like Kenya, Thailand, Trinidad, Siam, Malaysia, as well as the US of A celebrates Diwali in their own very special way. Hence, Diwali is also time for national integration. Indian Student of Association at Ohio University welcomes on all this to the great evening filled with lots of fun and excitement. So gear up people, here comes ISA fireworks. Now I'd like to call upon stage Adit Sistala, President of Indian Student Association, and say a few words.
Hello everyone. I, Adit Sistala, welcome one and all on this auspicious occasion of Diwali. It is both an honor and a privilege to be standing here at the podium as a representative of Indian Student Association. I would take this opportunity to take you all down the memory lane and talk about the eventful year that has gone by. The last 10 to 11 months have been few of the busiest and the most exciting months of my life. We had events right from organizing the telecast of Cricket World Cup 2007, Holi, International Street Fair, and so on. I would also like to make a special mention about our beloved friend Abhishek Singh. You have been a great loss and we miss you a lot. It is said there is always sunshine at the end of dark tunnels, so we hope everything goes well for his family and pray to God to give them strength to overcome this shock. Also, I would like to mention about the pickup for the new students. I would like to thank the International Student and Faculty Services. They have been a really great help for us by providing free pickups. Thank you, Krista. And then came the Independence Day and the Freshers Party, followed by Gandhi Jayanti. This was just a brief summary of all the events which took place in the past 1 year. And I would like to thank each and every one who has been a part of it. All this keeping in mind, I wish you all a very happy Diwali and enjoy the show.
Now I'd like to call upon stage Dr. Premjit Singh, Faculty Advisor of Indian Student Association, to light the lamp and also say a few words. Dr. Premjit Singh.
Good evening, folks, and happy Diwali to all of you. I would like to extend my personal greetings to all of you and thank you for choosing to spend this night with us. My speech is not really an inaugural speech, especially Arihant has mentioned all what Diwali is, and Atit has made my job a little easier. Many of you know that Diwali in India is not celebrated the way we celebrate Diwali in US. We folks here celebrate every occasion Bollywood style. And that's what you will see here. I think what I want to mention is that I am really proud of my graduate students here, are all the graduate students of Ohio University. They are very smart, talented, and very adaptable. They can move from east to west very easily. When I see these folks coming straight from India and they have no cultural shocks here, and it really amazes me. It reminds me of my days at NYU when I came here as a graduate student in 1968. I was so naive and I used to get myself in trouble so many times. Somebody asked me, "Are you free?" I said, "Yes." I was so clueless what was the other meaning of being free. I was expecting my child, my first child. I go to the hospital and the lady at the desk asked me, "Are you married?" I said, "Are you stupid?" I said, "How can I have a baby without being married?" But I think these kids really, I admire them so much. And it's also like I see them, they are so good in their work. They know everything what's going on in this culture, but they are also rooted very well in Indian culture. You can see the Lord Ganesha here. It's made by our own students. They have done everything. And I want to say that I'm really proud of them. You will see that all performers here have worked really hard to showcase their talents. Sometimes they have been up rehearsing throughout the night and they slept at 10 a.m. on the weekends. And I call them at 12 o'clock in the noon complaining, "Are you still sleeping?" And they tell me that, "Ma'am, we just went to sleep at 10 o'clock. So I feel bad. Now the next thing I want to say here is on next Diwali, I want to see all of you non-Indian folks to come up and give your energy here. All of you can dance much better than, let's say, I can dance. At my earlier institution in Rhode Island, I got my African American, Latino students, white American students got involved. I taught them steps with the help of a video how to do Bhangra. Bhangra is a folk dance from the North India, Punjab, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry in UK. So if you guys, any one of you, get excited by seeing what these kids do, please let us know, and ISA will be really happy to get you through all those motions. So please guys, next year I want to see all of you here. And I think that's about it, about my inaugural speech, and I hope you really will have a good evening today. Thanks.
Now I'd like to introduce our guest of honor, Krista McCullum. She's originally from Minnesota and earned a bachelor's degree at the University of Minnesota in Intercultural Communication and Economics. She attended the school at International Training in Vermont, where she earned a master's in International Administration. She is currently a doctoral student at OU in Higher Education and Administration program. She has worked in the international education for 15 years advising international students and US students who are studying abroad. Most of the time that has been spent at the university in the US. However, she did live in England for 3 years, where she directed a study abroad program for the US students. She loves to travel and explore different countries. In addition to living in England, she has lived and studied in Austria and Ecuador. She has also traveled to over 20 different countries, including India. As a matter of fact, she was in New Delhi during Diwali about 10 years ago and experienced the festival there. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Premjit Singh to honor our very special guest, Krista McCallum.
Happy Diwali. Thank you very much to the members of the Indian Student Association for inviting me this evening, and a special thank you to my colleague and friend, Dr. Prem Singh, who's the advisor for the Indian Student Association. Kind of a tough act to follow you, Prem, speaking, and Atit and Aryant have already commented on what a successful year ISA has had this year. As they mentioned, they were instrumental in bringing a telecast of the World Cup for cricket to campus, which was enjoyed by many people in the Baker Center. And they also had a very successful Holi celebration. And as usual, the Indian Student Association was a key component for the International Week celebrations and the International Street Fair. The committee has done a wonderful job this year, and I would like to thank each of them for their contributions to Ohio University and to the Athens community. Their efforts and the time they put in outside of the classroom enhance the community here for all of us. As Arihant mentioned, I did have the opportunity several years ago to experience Diwali in India, which, as Prem has alluded to, is a much bigger celebration than we'll see here tonight. And I went from India into Nepal, and I remember vividly flying into Kathmandu and seeing all the little lamps and then taking the taxi to our hotel, and it was absolutely beautiful. So Diwali is one of the celebrations I enjoy very much. I like the Festival of Lights feature of it, and it's just a wonderful celebration full of lots of energy, as you'll see in a little bit. The other thing that I enjoy about this celebration is it is an opportunity for all of the different cultures here to learn something about each other. And that's what I would encourage you to do tonight, is we will learn more about the Indian culture through their celebration of Diwali, but I hope you also take the opportunity after the show, at the dinner, to share a little bit about your culture with someone. That intercultural exchange is so important these days, and I don't want the students of ISA to underestimate just how far their efforts reach. I was telling Prem as we were waiting that several years ago, my mother came from a small town I grew up in Minnesota, and she was here during the annual Diwali celebration. So of course I said, "Come on, Mom, it's time you learned about Diwali." And she tagged along and had a wonderful time and enjoyed it, and went back and told her bridge club about it. Now this is where I get to share a little bit of my culture. Where I grew up in a small town, women quite often are active in a bridge club, and bridge is a card game, and that becomes a very important social group, and that's very common in many cultures. And I always joked I didn't have just one mother, I had the entire bridge club for mothers. and couldn't do anything without the Bridge Club knowing. Well, when I talked to my mom last night, she asked what I was doing. I said, oh, I'm going to Diwali Friday night. She said, oh, you are? You know, Jen and I, longtime member of the Bridge Club, were just talking about Diwali. So, courtesy of the Indian Student Association at Ohio University, there is a Bridge Club in a small town in western Minnesota that was thinking about Diwali this week. And on behalf of myself and that Bridge Club, I'd like to wish you all a happy Diwali, and now I'll get out of the way so you can see what you really came to see, which is the show. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Krista. Now this is Aryan signing off, and I'd like to call upon Dhruv and Gayatri to move on the show.
आओ दोस्तों इस दिवाली कई रंग के दीप जलाएं। आओ दोस्तों इस दिवाली यादों के कुछ दीप जलाएं। आओ दोस्तों इस दिवाली दीपों की ज्योत से प्रीत के लाखों दिए जलाएं। Hi, I am Dhruv, your host for the evening, and would like to welcome all you wonderful people to take you through this grand evening filled with lights, sparkles and smiles. And tonight, it's just not one, but two of us here to make this evening more crackling. Please welcome my co-host Gayatri. Gayatri? Come on, the audience is going to kill us. They have been waiting for past 1 hour.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Diwali has captured the imagination of Indians at home and abroad. The festival is a melting pot of emotions that strives to bring together the entire family in prayer and celebration. So let's get together as a family and take this auspicious celebration ahead.
Let's add some glitter to this already lit occasion of Diwali. Tonight, we have amongst us our little stars from the Indian community ready to perform a dance for us, titled Colorful Glimpse of India. The participants are Pallavi Chandra, Veda Kanjivaram, Ishan Mata, Ganesh Vishwanathan, Divya Yellam Raju and Kavya Yellam Raju. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to these rising stars of our family.
Good evening everyone, and a hearty welcome from all of us. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of the biggest festivals of India, Deepavali or Diwali, which is celebrated with lots of enthusiasm and happiness. Diwali, a festival of lights, symbolizes the victory of good over evil. And lamps, known as diyas, are lit as a sign of celebration and hope of humankind. To celebrate this festival and honor Indian heritage, the children have organized a vibrant performance to present to you. Colorful glimpses of Indian traditions and festivals. Since India is a country marked with rich and abundant traditions, we have attempted to display some of the famous festivals of India. The children will dance on sizzling tunes and magical rhythms to bring nostalgia of home and family to you. We will immerse in this journey of glimpses of India by embracing the cold northern winds of Punjab, where men and women sit around bonfire to stay warm and celebrate the festival of Lohri. They are excited about the coming spring and look forward to the new crops that will bring them food and livelihood. The festivities of Lohri include the boisterous Bhangra dance, which ideally suits the occasion since its fast movements generate enough heat in the body to fight off the freezing cold and enjoy the season. Our children have the same plan in mind as they dance on Balle 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 to make our feet move. So enjoy the ride.
Bana lo chori
One of the most colorful festivals of India, Holi, is celebrated in the month of March. Holi, the festival of colors, is undoubtedly the most fun-filled Hindu festival. The festival has an ancient origin and celebrates the triumph of good over bad. The colorful festival bridges the social gap and renews relationships. On this day, people hug and wish each other happy Holi. It's an occasion that brings in endless joy and mirth, fun and play, music and dance, and of course, lots of bright colors. There are no rules on Holi, of course, as men and women enjoy throwing colors and squirting water guns at one another as they teasingly say, "Bura na mano, Holi hai bhaiya." Similarly, our little boys and girls are playing Holi and smearing lots of color on each other. Please play along and welcome them on stage. Imagine now hot summer days and endless summer nights, rising temperatures, sweaty hands, perspiring bodies, and of course, if you have lived in India, endless power cuts. And then suddenly from somewhere, tiny drops of cool water spraying in the air, awakening the soul, cool breeze of wind hitting the face, and a sign of relief. Who would not like to welcome this with dancing feet and humming tunes? This is how we welcome the season of Sawan, the monsoons in India. It is a time of revival of life and singing hearts. Girls especially like to hang swings on the trees and sing and dance to the rhythm of the drums. They especially enjoy the freedom of relaxed rules and dance without any inhibitions. Pallavi and Kavya enjoy the rainfall as they remember their beloved and sing in ecstasy while their little friends join their happiness. As we approach the festival of Diwali, we celebrate the 9-day-long festival of Navratri. Navratri is the longest Hindu festival celebrated all over India for 9 consecutive nights in praise of Ram and goddess Durga. Ras or Dandiya Ras is the featured dance of Navratri. Evenings where men and women of all age come together to acknowledge the virtues of the deities and dance in their love and admiration. The origin of this dance performance of Ras can be traced back to the life of Lord Krishna as he loved to dance with his girlfriends, the gopis. The famous Dandiya's dance is done with colorful sticks and people of all ages, men, women, children dance together, mostly in circles or in pairs. What is noteworthy of this performance by the children today is that they have painted and decorated these sticks that they will use all by themselves. Please welcome Ganesh, Divya, Veda, Ishan, Kavya and Pallavi to uplift us with their joyous performance. Comes to a grand culmination of sorts, where Diwali becomes symbolic of all good that ends all the evil and encourages us to imbibe the colors of the spectrum in our lives and our relationships with one another. The children have displayed the vibrancy of Indian ethos and cultural landscape. These festivals are just a small peep into the vast range of celebrations that are carried out every year in India. Diwali is unique as it brings unity in diversity as everyone comes together and worships Lord Ganesh and Goddess Lakshmi to shower their lives with good health, lots of wealth and eternal prosperity. And the children here today will be sitting in front of God Ganesh and Lakshmi to worship on behalf of all of us for this Diwali. Now the children light firecrackers on this auspicious day. Since we can't really bring real firecrackers here, we have simulated some for you. And they all come together in the front and wish all of us and you today Happy Diwali! Please clap along. It was a session of laughter and fun, so we would like you and us to show our appreciation to the children as I call them out one by one. Kavya, Pallavi, Chanda, we are always in shortage of boys, so we really treasure our two boys in the team. Ganesh, Ishan, Veda, and last but not the least, our firecracker of the group, Divya. Thank you, everyone.
Stay there, stay there. Please, just stay there. What a wonderful performance. I would like to thank our young performers, but I also want to recognize their parents because without their support, these kids cannot do anything, especially the mothers, because they drive all these kids around, and on top of their professional responsibilities, they also are doing wonderful household responsibilities. So I am going to call the parents, please, maybe, can the lights be turned on in the back? Okay, maybe then you guys can come up. Palvi is here, and Nidhi and Jala Chandna, would you please come up? Okay. Oh, okay, that's good. At least people can see the faces. Veda Kanjivaram, Veda, where are you? Veda, would you raise your hands, please, Veda? Geeta and Vijay Kanjivaram, where are you guys? The parents, okay, Geeta is here. And Vijay is there. Ishan, okay. Usha and Vic Mata. Usha is here and Vic is here. Okay. Ganesh Vishwanathan. Sudha Shankaran and Vishwanathan. Okay. Okay. Devya and Kavya and Asha and Uma Mahesh Yela Maradi. Thank you guys. One second. I was going to forget something. Is Mrs. Shastri here? Yep. Mrs. Shastri? I think this is the only our main program what we do here. I would like to also recognize Mrs. Rukmini Shastri. Mrs. Shastri, would you please come up? Mrs. Rukmini Shastri has been volunteering many hours and making a difference in the life of the patients at the hospice. She spends a lot of time talking and listening to these patients. She has been enriching their lives by telling them about Indian culture. She tells me that she has learned a great deal from them, including many ideas of Christianity. I heard the head nurse of hospice talking to someone at a memorial service on how much this difference Rukmini is making in the lives of her patients. Thanks, Rukmini, for all what you have done.
Thank you very much, Prem.
For Devya. Ganesh. Thank you guys. This is our token of appreciation for our wonderful performance. Thank you.
They will never wanted to leave the stage.
The kids really stole my heart. Thank you, little angels. Dhruv, what do you want to see next?
How about a break dance?
No.
Just a moment. What do you want to see? Break dance? Why are you guys so low on pitch? Next.
But I'm in the mood to see some Bhangra.
How about Bhangra? Or a latest Bollywood number?
Okay, how about an assortment of all of them?
Why is your pitch so low? Thank you. Alright, that's a great idea. So let's bring our hands together for a ballet of dance presented by our very own Michael Jackson from India, Shawik Ghosh and his crew. Please bring your hands together.
पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त।